Treehouse Book Number 13, Moonlight on the Magic Flute by Mary Pope Osborne. Chapter 4, Jack-o'-Frog Creek. Anne was laughing so hard that she could barely stand up. What happened to you in there? She asked. After I curtsied, I left. When I looked back in the room, you were still blowing. She did say rise, said Jack. Yes, she did, dummy, said Annie. Well, I didn't hear her, said Jack. He turned away from Annie and started walking as fast as he could. He strolled through one excellent room into another. He didn't know where he was. These rooms all look the same, said angrily. With stupid velvet fringe and stupid gold-trimmed walls. Jack, wait! Annie called, shouting after him. Jack kept walking, desperate to get far away from the sun of his disaster. Finally, he came to a door that led outside. He opened it and stepped out onto the long marble stairs overlooking the back of the palace. Bright silver light from a full moon shone on the huge garden. Jack stood in the chilly air towards it calmed down. He took a deep breath. He was desperately wanted to run back to the treehouse and go home. Jack! Annie slipped over to join him. I'm sorry I called you a dummy, she said. Are you okay? I didn't hear her say to rise, said Jack. And a flute fell out of my coat, and my hat came off, and my wig, and a sneeze, and my slip. Come on, let's leave. We can go these stairs. No, we can't leave now, said Annie. We have a mission for Moonlight. Don't feel bad. Hardly anyone saw what you did. Yeah, except for her Imperial Majesty and all those Imperial kids, said Jack. They all laughed at me. They weren't being mean, said Annie. They were funny. Here, give me your wig. Jack handed Annie his wig, and she put it back on his head and straightened it. Your hat, she said. Jack gave her his hat. She placed it over his wig. Hide the flute, said Annie. Jack stuck the silver flute back into his pocket. I don't know what we need this flute for, he said. There's nothing dangerous here. I didn't get this whole mission. We'll figure it out. Let's just go back in, said Annie. She pulled Jack back inside the palace. So what do we do now? Asked Jack. We should find a party we were invited to, said Annie. That must be what Murray wanted us to do. She pointed across the room. People streaming through set of doors into another room. Loud party noises came from inside. The chatter of guests, tinkling china, and harp of violin music. Jack pulled back, but Annie took him by the arm. Don't worry, I bet there's 100 people in there, she said. Look, they're lost in the crowd. What about all those kids are her Her Majesty? Jack asked. They don't care about us, said Annie. They have too many other guests to think about. Come on. Annie led Jack through the double doors into a party room. Whoa, breathed Jack. He and Annie stopped and stared. The party room was the size of a football field. Grand paintings covered the tall ceiling. Everyone was trimmed in gold. Glossy white walls and tall mirrors reflected the glow of at least 1,000 candles. Musicians played harps and violin, while hundreds of guests stood around long dinner tables, chatting and laughing. Women fanned themselves with diamonds and rubies flashing in the candlelight. The air smelled of perfume, powder, and roses. Okay, let's talk about our mission, said Annie. We have to help brilliant artists get on the right path to bring joy to the world. Yeah, but first we have to find one, said Jack. Right, so let's look around, said Annie. Jack and Annie started looking together through a huge room. Jack gazed at the grown-ups. Just in their finery, they all looked pretty much the same. What does a brilliant artist look like? Jack wanted. Jack-o'-Frog Creek, came a high-level voice. Oh no, said Jack. He whirled around. The boy was a tiny swirl squinting up at him. I've been looking all over for you, he said. Hi, said Annie. What's your name? Wolfie, said the boy. That's a funny name, said Annie. So is Jack-o'-Frog Creek, said Wolfie. His eyes shone as he looked up at Jack. Are you a clown? Yes. Annie giggled. Yeah, that's right, I'm a clown, said Jack. How old are you, Wolfie? Said Annie, changing the subject. 6, said the little boy. 6, said Jack. The kid looked more like a 4-year-old. He thought 5 at the most. For the first time, Jack noticed a girl standing behind Wolfie. She wore a white dress with red roses. She was the girl who had helped them in line. Hi, said Annie. Hello again, said the girl in a soft, lovely voice. I am Wolfie's sister. Jack felt his face grow red. The girl must have seen him make a fool of himself. My name is Nanero, said the girl. Nanero, said Annie, trying to pronounce her name. The girl smiled. You can call me Nan if you like, she said. Wolfie and I enjoy your performance in the White Rose of Wood. Jack, you must be very proud. Her Majesty does not laugh easily. Jack shook and scratched his whip. He wondered if the girl was joking, but she looked serious, so he decided to not tell her that he hadn't meant to be funny. Do you call your mother Her Imperial Majesty? Annie asked Nan. Nan looked confused. No, we'll call her Mama, said the Wolfie. But just Her Imperial Majesty doesn't laugh much, said Annie. Oh, Her Imperial Majesty is not our mother, Nan said. Our mother's back home in Salzburg. We're just visiting in the palace. Then why was Wolfie sitting in Her Imperial Majesty's lap? Asked Annie. Because she likes me very much. Wolfie piped up. Oh, brother, said Jack. Wolfie, be modest, said Nan, shaking her head. Actually, Wolfie jumped in her lap when we presented ourselves. I tried to grab him, but Her Imperial Majesty wanted him to stay with her. Were all other kids Imperial children? Annie asked. Oh, yes, said Nan. Papa told me all their names before he came here. Leopold, Ferdinand, Maximilian, Joseph, Maria Antonia, Maria Caroline, Maria Josepha, Maria Emily, Maria Elizabeth, Maria Christina, Maria Joanna, and Maria Anna. Said Jack. Maria's a popular name around here. Nan laughed. Jack laughed, making her laugh. Hey, look at me, said Wolfie. He pulled off his wig. He pretended to sneeze and then fell to the floor. I'm Jack the Clown, he said. Ha ha, very funny, said Jack, forced a smile. Hey, this is about enough of Wolfie. Nan, we have a question for you, said Annie. Do you know if there are any brilliant artists here at the party? I haven't really been Vienna long enough to meet many people, said Nan, but Papa told me that artists do this. Wait, Wolfie broke in. He jumped to his feet. I know someone here who's very brilliant. Who? Asked Annie. Me, said Wolfie, and he broke. Wolfie, said Nan, shaking her head. Right, said Jack. He turned back to Nan. But what were you about to say? But Wolfie broke in again. Nan and I are both brilliant, explained his high voice. Our Papa teaches us math, history, writing, reading, geography, music, flying, riding, fencing, and dancing. Wolfie raised his arms over his head and did a little dance step. Annie laughed. Wolfie, stop, said Nan. Yeah, cool it, kid, said Jack. Do you want to go outside and play in the garden? Wolfie asked Jack and Annie. You can all dance. I don't think so, Wolfie, said Jack. But thanks, he turned back to Nan. So, what were you going to tell us about artists? Oh, yes, said Nan. Papa told me that Her Imperial Majesty often invites artists to live in the palace and work here. Perfect, said Jack. Do you know any of them are here at the party now? Asked Annie. I don't know, said Nan. The palace is very big. Papa told us that more than 1,500 people live here. Why are you looking for brilliant artists? Oh, said Annie. We're on a mission to... Jack interrupted her. To a party with brilliant artists, he finished. That's our mission. Then he laughed because he knew he sounded stupid. Nan laughed too. I see, she said. All right then. At dinner, I'll ask Papa what the artists think. Thank you, said Jack. Finally, he saw they were starting their murder mission.